Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Kaye Talks, and this is the first ever first season, first episode of The Author's Mind. And I have with me right now our very first guests, and we have Mr. MJ Smith, and also we have coming on Miss Lady Des, guys. Say
Hey,
hello.
Hey, what up, Kaye Talks?
Hello. So, guys, what you don't know and what they do or will know in a few seconds is that they are the inspiration for this broadcast, for the author's mind. When Lady Des came to me and asked me to uh, talk about this book with her, I was so excited and so elated and so honored that I didn't want to just do anything the same. I didn't want to do anything regular. I wanted to do something that represented not only who they are as a team and individually, but what the book represents and the progression that I'm making and how we're going to keep going higher, guys. So I hope that within this time you are encouraged, inspired, and you leave here knowing that you are the stage. These people that you see in front of you hold many hats, okay? They wear them and they have more than the cat in the hat, okay? They are they have so many things that they do outside of what you even see on social media. So I'm going to give both of them a chance to introduce who they are and what they do outside of being co-authors of this of their very first, and I say first because I feel like there's going to be more to come, collaborative book that they have put together for myself and for you. You're going to figure out why in a moment.
Ladies first.
hey, everybody. First off, I want to say thank you to UK for opening up your platform, opening up your mic for us to come and share about You Are the Stage, because that's definitely what you are. And I told you behind the scenes as well. I said, Kay, you got it. You got it. And when we were putting the release together, to send out to different media correspondents, you were one of the first that came to mind. You got the look, you got the style, you got the talk, you got the walk. I love you. I love you. And thank you. Thank you for accepting and allowing us to come on. So, hello, everybody. For those that don't know me, I am Desiree, Lady Des Hall. And
Yes.
yes, I do a lot. I wear many hats. First off, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a community servant, I'm an evangelist. Uh, I just do a lot. I'm a radio host, radio personality. I do radio traffic. What else, MJ, about me? I'm an
Got you got 14 jobs.
Right.
author. I'm an author, and
Grandmother.
I'm a grandmother. Yes, I am one who definitely love to serve others and to make sure that others know what they're doing. That they're knowledgeable. I try to be as resourceful as possible, and if not, I try to make the connections for them to get whatever it is that they need. Right. Um, and what else I wanted to say? I'm rambling, but I'm a lot of things to a lot of people. Most of you all on this platform may know me or my face look familiar because I work very closely with Little David and the Bells of Joy, Tracy Merritt, the whole Bells Music Group family. So shout out to them. And that's how we pretty much connected too, Kay.
Yep.
So I just want to say hello to them. I work as public relations and I work as a artist liaison, right? They call me the artist lover because I'm always advocating and trying to educate artists in what they need and what they have to do and making sure that they have their business together.
And she's amazing at doing all of it, guys. Before we get to our the lovable, he is just so amazing to me. And you're gonna figure out why as soon as he open his voice, open his mouth. But he she has been, and they both have been mentors to me outside, unbeknownst to them. They've been mentors to me, just watching them. And even from the very first day that I met Lady Des and then seeing her in person, I was in awe of her. I wanted to know more about her, know how she does things. She commands the room when she walks in, and she's not doing anything in particular. But she just, when she walks in, it's like who is, like you want to know who that is, and you want that effect. And she's not arrogant. She's not full of herself. She is definitely one who loves herself, and you can tell. And when people are like that, they tend to force without having to say, you're going to respect me. And she commands respect. And I love that about her. And we're going to move on because I want you to hear from my guy. Listen, guys, he's my homie in my mind, right? Mr. MJ Smith.
Kaye Talks, Kaye Talks, Kaye Talks. First of all, thank you so much for allowing us this time on your platform. We ourselves are honored to be the very first guest for the author's mind. And, just what is what you said. The book that we wrote, You Are the Stage, it is just that. Lady Des and myself, we walk this thing on a day-to-day basis. And the purpose for the book was, you are the stage. People are always watching. Now, we had no idea that we were mentoring you from afar, but listen, we mentor any and every. So, welcome to the family. But
Yes.
that was really the purpose of the book, because when you have a stage, when you have a platform, who you are and what you do is so important, because people are watching, people are taking notes, whether it's good or bad. Like you said, when Lady Des walks into a room, she definitely commands it. Now, me, I'm gonna walk in the room, I'm gonna be quiet, I'm gonna go sit in the back. But that's just who we are. But yeah, thank you so much for allowing us. As far as me, I'm a radio vet. I've been doing this for a couple of years now.
30 years plus.
Oh, really? You really had to do that, right? So I'm a radio host, now an author, actor, voiceover actor, a community guy. I'm always in the community. I'm a volunteer for the Boys and Girls Club. Anytime there's something going on with the seniors, Lady Des and myself, we're always trying to be there, out and about, just spreading love and spreading the good news. So in a nutshell, that's who we are. And once again, Kaye, thank you, because I didn't know I was your best friend, but I am now.
Yes. And so, and guys, I am very much excited because they're not here. Okay, so they're not local to us. Tell us where you guys are from.
BMIA to 305.
Yes, the beautiful city of Miami, Florida.
I know it's beautiful there right now. Oh my God.
It's hot. Come on down.
It's real hot.
You have that ignorant heat up here. This kind of stuff to make you it'll melt you on the front porch. I can't imagine it being like that there. It may be more tropic there, right? Or is it the same?
It is. It's a little bit more tropic because the waters, the air, the breeze coming off the water, so the humidity is a little different.
Okay.
Well, see, Lady Des can say that because she lives in a mansion on the water. See, I live in an apartment building in the middle of the hood, so
Listen, don't be here. No, Kaye, don't believe that. Don't. That is not true. Absolutely not true.
Okay, y'all, because I really do live in the hood in an apartment.
Fake news, what he just put out about Lady Des. Don't do that.
So hold on, MJ, before we get into this book, because we're not going to allow you to just graze over the fact that you are a voiceover actor. What are you doing?
Oh, wow. Let's see. Right now, my work consists of, what did I just do? I just did something for somebody's TV show. Listen, Kaye, yeah, it's when I get work, people say, well, what did you just do? A lot of times I'm just doing what I know to do, and that's reading and giving some personality. And they're like, "Well, what was that?" I don't know. It was on the paper. I don't know.
Okay, let me tell you. One, see, I call him. I call myself his Jeffrey, right? You remember Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air? So when MJ and we're out in the community and we're working, and MJ is doing live interviews
Right.
right on the spot, and people would just surround us because once we start going live, and he
Yeah,
was like, "Hey, hey, hey, I'm MJ Smith." If the crowd just comes, right?
I
And
believe it.
I'm like, okay, I'll hold your bags. You take the picture. I'll take your picture. So I'm left with all of this stuff, but they're just loving it. They're loving on MJ. His voice just always draws people to us.
It's all God, man. It's all God because growing up, Des, and I've told you the story. Growing up in elementary school, people made fun of me because I didn't talk like everybody else. So just to be able to, and I tell people, once you start getting paid for stuff that you are able to do naturally, oh, it's such a beautiful thing.
Isn't it? I was the
It-
same way. Same way. They like, oh, are you from here? Your mom must be the other color.
yeah, yeah.
Not what that is at all. But and it, like you said, to grow into it and to embrace it by way of having people um love it, and when your voice is distinctive. So even when I'm not in the room and I hear you guys talking, I know who's on the screen. And that's a big deal to be recognized by your voice.
Yeah.
So it's great. But guys, let's get into this book. I want to
Yeah.
get into let's talk about it. Again, this book, guys, is something that not only I need, but you need, and not just for TV and media purposes. I'm talking about going about your everyday business life, going about your everyday life, and being able to close the deal on even personal things. It's worth it. It's worth the investment in yourself, not even just in them. It's worth the investment in yourself. But tell us about it, guys. Whoever want to start, that's fine. Let's talk about it.
MJ, you go first since I was the first introducing myself.
Well, this book, like Kay said, it is for everybody. Lady Des and we had the opportunity to visit and attend a couple of different conferences where, people were asking the very same questions. And these questions were how to, where do I start? What do I do? And God put it on her heart and gave her the title of You Are the Stage. And then she called me up and said, I need you to write 4 chapters of a book. And I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. And the next thing I know, she was twisting my arm and beating me at the station. So I had no choice but to write the book. But putting this book together was something that was not just needed, but it was personal for both of us. You are the stage. It's our life. And I tell people that I mentor, if you're not serious, then, let's not waste time, because what you're asking me to do is open myself up and share my business with you. So writing You Are the Stage was definitely that. And to collab with my bestie was pretty good. It was one of those things. The book contains any and everything. It's a roadmap to life in general. It talks about networking. It talks about how to make sure when you're in a circle, you stay good in that circle. It's about shining no matter where you are, whether you're on, what platform or what job, whenever you are, where you are, you're the stage. So turn it on, be the best you could be. Go ahead, Des.
Well, I mean, well, you really summed that up in one nutshell. But listen, this is something that God gave me, and for some time now, it was just on me to do it. And as we went around, and or even at the station, we would invite guests to come in. They always had the same question, and I remember standing. We were at an event, and I get nervous. People don't know that, but my nerves be just toe up, right? MJ be all relaxed no matter what stage he's on. He's getting his instructions backstage, and I'm like,
Mhm.
MJ, you not nervous?
Right.
No, I'm just talking. I'm just reading. So it's he has a different phase. But I remember coming home and I was in the bathroom and all I heard was, "You are the stage." It was like God was confirming who I was, or affirming who I was and who I am. Like, you don't need to worry. You just step out, be confident. Just know that you are the stage. I didn't know at that time that "You Are the Stage" was going to turn into a book, right? I thought maybe this was something that he wanted me to discuss on, because if you talk to me and we're in a good conversation, I was like, "Ooh, that's a show. That's a show." You're talking to me, but my mind is running to see what I can make this thing to be, because naturally I'm creative in my mind, and I have other people around me, like my husband Eddie. He is the one that will take these thoughts and make them reality, pretty much. But that's how you are the stage got started, because once we started getting these questions, and I was like, wow, this topic would fit perfectly with what we're going to be addressing and discussing in this book. I think it would be a perfect fit. So I sent the topic, because we went back and forth about the title. You remember, MJ?
We go back and forth about everything.
So what was the back and forth? I want to know. Let us know.
Well, the back and forth was more of, what are we going to entitle this book? Okay, when we said we're going to do it, okay, we're going to do it. What are we going to call it? What are we going to title it? And God brought that "You Are the Stage" right back to mind.
So when
And I
you
said, "Hey,
when
MJ, this is it. I think, I said, if you want to do it, you don't have to go with this title, but this is something that just keeps popping out."
And Kay, if you
wow,
know anything about Lady Des, when she say, "Well, you don't have to go with it," she really telling you you better go
do
with it or
yeah,
else.
yes, that's the best. Like
True.
that's the best mode to go into. Yeah, 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 definitely. Like
But
yeah, you can.
I was open for suggestions and options. So since he didn't have any, okay, so this is what I think it should be.
She does that
And
to
so
me all the
it's
time.
it's funny because you have to know her personally or have had those interactions with her to really know what that is. Because I've had that where she's like, yeah, but you can do it this way, but you can do it this way. And you know
Yeah.
how when you're telling your child, like, you want this or this? Like, yes. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go with that. And every time I go with it, and every time it's a success. So, it definitely she's definitely worth her salt. Both of them are. Both of you are. And I know what you're talking about. He's so relaxed on the videos. Yeah, he's so like laid back. And you're like leaning forward and in the conversation, and he's just like, yes. It is funny because you are a perfect mix together.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank
and
you.
you balance one another out, so you're not completely over the top, but you're having a lot of fun. And I love that. I love that communication. I love that collaboration, and I love that you brought it into a book for
Yes.
us
Yes. Yes.
to enjoy. And also, because I want people to understand the process with writing a book, because a lot of times it's not as simple as you know um, see Jane run and they just go ahead and put it in print. There's a lot of going back and forth with the editors and things like that. So can you talk to us about like that part of it and what that looks like? Because I'm sure I have a lot of viewers that are thinking about writing books or are known that they are called to write
Okay.
something.
I'll take this because, see, first of all, it's no chat GPT in this book. Everything that you get in this book came from Lady Des and myself. These are life experiences. These are our words, and we put them on paper and we are sharing them with you guys. Now, the process came, I'm gonna tell you, me and this woman went back and forth because she would read the chapter that I wrote and then she would send it back and say, you need to change some stuff. But when I read her chapters, I'm like, I like that. But she would read her own chapters and say, well, I changed it because you ain't say nothing. So when when it came down to putting the book together, it was a lot of back and forth, but it was always good back and forth because she was picking up on things that I said. And sometimes, my delivery could be just a bit rough, but it's all coming from a good place. So she would say, well, why don't you say this way? And that's how it went back and forth between us exchanging chapters until one night she was like, well, I need 3 more chapters and I need them by tomorrow. Lady, really? It's 10 o'clock at night. What do you want out of my life? But we have fun doing it. What was your experience, Dan?
Well, my experience was totally different
Of
because
course.
MJ got the back end of it. So I was working together with the publisher. So shout out to J Law Publishing, who really worked strategically with us both on the day to day, minute to minute basis, whatever we needed. But I did a lot of the editing and the putting it together and making sure that we had enough chapters, there were enough pages. So I was more of that direct contact with the publisher. So whatever I got from the publisher, I gave it to MJ, right? So it's like, this is what we need, and we need it now. We got to have this. We have to have these dates, set. We had to set dates so we know what goal needs to be fulfilled at a certain time. Because if not, you will miss it, and it does take a lot of work. It definitely takes a lot of work because after you wrote something, you want to make sure that the grammar is good. You want to make sure that there's no misspelled words. Did I say it correctly? So it's a whole lot that goes into it. And you really have to be committed and dedicated. Listen, my husband has come and taken this laptop and closed it, or he'll say, okay, let's wrap it up. You're literally sleeping right now, and you're not doing no work. So it just takes time, and you really have to be dedicated. But if God has led you to do this, trust me, you're going to be all in. You're going to be all in, and all the passion, everything that He is downloading into you will end up on those pages.
And Kay, since we're, your first interview on the author's mind, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Now, I had written my chapters, I just didn't send them to her. So one night she was like, well, where are all your chapters? They coming. But I sent her 4 chapters at one time. Here, read this. So but she definitely was the person who did the layout, everything. I literally just had to write chapters and submit them and then go back and correct them. She is definitely a pleasure to work with. Yeah, I just did what she told me to do.
Wow. So it sounds like it was already something that may have been brewing in both of your minds, not so much as a book per se, but these were all ideas and things that you already had, like you already were kind of had in your pocket. You know how the grandmothers had that mint or that little money folded up already to give out. It's almost like you already had those things already just there. And it was just a matter of putting it to paper um, and getting it to the people, whereas you would have already just given it to them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, how does that feel though to actually look at your book, to feel this hardback that is a thing?
She cried like a baby.
I did.
Yeah, she was about to cry on that video too when you first opened the package.
Cried when I knew that last edit was done, and it was getting ready to get sent off to the publisher for the final. It was like, this is it. This is what's going to get printed. And I don't know, it was just I can't even explain it, but a overwhelming experience, feeling came over me because of this experience. I remember this was something spoken over my life years ago. And when it was spoken to me, I just kind of brushed it off and laughed it off because at that time I couldn't see myself in that place. Writing a book, I'm not even a reader. I don't even read books like that, let alone write something, but throughout life and through experiences and different things, we're here today. We're here today. And I think all of that compiled was just pretty much overwhelming for me to say this actually manifested. This is really happening. Just to grasp the fact that it was really happening. So it
Yeah,
was a
I would say that as well. I didn't get as emotional as she got. I was like, okay, yeah, we're done. But to finally get the book actually put in my hand, it was like, yo, we really, really did this. And one thing that we want people to know and to understand is that once you get that book, everything that is in that book, it came from our experiences, it came from our walks, and we want to relay that everything that is in that book is said out of love. We have a couple of chapters that's got some uh questionable not a topic but title. It's a questionable title. It's, are you confident or are you arrogant? But when you read it, it will break down the actual meaning of which one are you and how you should take that arrogance and turn it into confidence if that's what it is. So when we put the book together, we put a lot of thought into it. We put our hearts and sweat and tears into it. And we just want everyone to read it to know that, it's not something that we just thought about. This is our life. This is what we do,
yeah.
and we just wanted to share that with you all.
And Kate, we talk to artists all the time, and we deal with them a lot, and they share a lot of times, with us, the good and the bad, what they're dealing with. And I think I was a coach way before I knew I was a coach. People always were able to open up and share and just say what's really on their heart and mind. And it was like, I don't feel judged. I don't feel this. I don't feel that. So a lot of that too went into the book, and a lot of what I shared with them, what my responses was, whether is I want to give up. I want to give up because who I thought was going to be there to support me or to support my vision or to back me or to clap for me, they wasn't there. And I'm just tired of it. I'm just sick of it. And they're ready to walk away. So those type of scenarios and then those responses are also in the book. Not per se what actually happened, but we're generally talking about those times. And as an artist or as a public speaker, as if you're doing anything, any type of assignment that you're doing, you will get discouraged. And whatever facet, because I work the corporate scene and now this the whole entertainment independent scene, and it's pretty much the same type of response of how people feel about their job or their assignment or whatever that is that they were called to do. So this book is also a motivator, a purpose pusher, a what you call the ones that deliver the babies, a midwife to those that are ready to give birth. Or
Why you had to go with the midwife though?
because you're pushing, you're birthing.
Okay. I got it.
Oh, you the what are those people called? It's not a midwife.
It's a
It is
midwife or a doula. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
a doula, right?
doula. Yeah, anybody that is there to coach you and to push you and to let you know that you can do it. So this book would definitely speak life into you, that you need to get up and you need to get going, and all of that slowfulness, all of that doubt, push that out and do whatever it is that God has called you to do.
Wow. Guys, and being like I said again, and she speaks and they speak from when she says this industry and entertainment, they're not just on the gospel side. I want to make that very clear. Like they are on the gospel side, the secular side. They do entertainment outside of music, period. So it's all encompassing. And I want you guys to really kind of grasp that and understand that not only is this book and to have tie in with Lady Des and Mr. MJ, um, beneficial. It'll never be a liability. It'll be always be beneficial to you. But the book itself is bookworm friendly, non-reader friendly, and you don't have to worry about just sitting there feeling like someone is droning on. But they're actually telling you something that makes a big impact. And like I said again, and she just spoke on it again. No matter where you are and what you're doing, whatever you're put in front of you, whatever's put in front of you is something that you need to step up and be able to show out on. And she does that. And I'm a very much a witness and testimony of when the people that you expected to clap for you or you just knew were not there and they didn't, or they didn't even show up to whether they would or not. They just didn't even show up. And it's highly discouraging. But in those moments, to have this book to fall back on, to read about those moments that they have gone through, to kind of encourage you forward, to say, you know what, I'm not the only one dealing with this. And that's how I felt. Like, I'm not the only one dealing with this. I can read this and know that these people who I see are successful right now, have went through this as well. And then sometimes it really does matter that you have people that you can feel like you're not the only one.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's what was so dear to me. So no matter who I was working with, whether this was a athlete from the NBA, the NFL, baseball, what's baseball? NBA, no matter who I was working with, they all had a sense of discouragement at some point in their career, you know, and that was just heartbreaking that they would rather leave everything alone. And I just want to be me. I just want to sit by myself. I just want to just give up. I just want to live a regular, normal life. But, when you carry a weight, when you carry an assignment, you always need people around you that's going to continuously speak life into you. And I think that's another thing that we really honed in on this book, because you're going to find the affirmations, you're going to ask yourself questions. So it's also challenging yourself. You can make all of the excuses and the complaints, and you can have all of these tantrums, but ask yourself, did I do this? Did I do this? Is this done? To make you a better you.
Absolutely. And you don't even have to be an artist or a celebrity or anything like that. Just in everyday life, man, you are the stage. Put on your best when you walk out that door, put on that $1,000,000 smile, because I guarantee you somebody is watching you. Me and Des were somewhere, and this lady came up and she was all excited, and we were just being who we were, and the lady needed a hug, and just to embrace somebody, and you don't know what they're going through, but to be able to help them lift whatever weight it is off of their shoulders. That's all a part of being on the stage, because somebody's watching you, somebody's being inspired by what it is that you're doing, and you not even know it. Matter of fact, Kay, when you did the Baltimore backstage thing, let me tell you, this woman came back and she was like, "Oh my God, MJ, you just got to meet Kay. She is fabulous." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." And she was like, look at the video." So even when you don't realize you're on the stage because people are paying attention.
Yeah, and you know what, MJ, and sometimes we don't know that we're being effective.
Right, exactly.
And when I saw her, how she operated in her gift, I said, she's owning that thing. She got it. She got it. And sometimes you have to you have to be reminded that you have it, because no matter how good you are, a lot of times you always doubt yourself. But when I
Very
saw her
much.
operation and how she got those artists, and she was all in their face, I was like, yeah. Yes. And even if they didn't really want to, I don't know why artists wouldn't want to interview, but anyway, even when it was like a hesitation, she got to talk. She know how to walk that walk and talk that talk to get it. And she got it.
So, Kay, listen, this is what we're going to do. The book is not out yet. It is coming out in 2 weeks. But for any of your viewers that email convo with them, the number 2 at gmail.com, we will give them a link to early access to get the book, because we know not everybody could come hang out with us on that Saturday when the book is officially going to be released at our lunch party. But if anybody who's watching right now, they are interested and you are the stage, send an email to convo with them, the number 2 at gmail.com. We will get you a first access link to purchasing the book, where you can celebrate with us on that Saturday. Now, your copy might not be autographed. Kay, don't worry, we got you though. We got you. But
Yeah.
everybody else, may not get an autographed copy. But if you want one autographed, just let us know and we'll see if we can work that out for you as well.
Yes.
Guys, I am flabbergasted, and you guys should be excited too, because this is exclusive, and I am very much excited. I am very much happy. I didn't know that this was going to happen, so I am as blown away as you are. Please make it your business. Make it your business to email that link. I'm going to make sure that it's put into the comments, and I'll even put it in the caption. Guys, make sure that you guys make it your business to do something that invests in you. Okay, I'm not going to hold you very long, because one thing about it, this isn't a hard sell. This is the determination on whether you want to advance or you want to stay stuck. And you know who you are. There's not a coincidence that you tuned in tonight. There's not a coincidence that it came across your news feed or it came across your timeline. It's not a coincidence. This is your moment, that green flag that's telling you God told you to do it. You have been already called. This is your confirmation, and now walk in the affirmation. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm saying let's because I'm one of those that know that it can only benefit you. And these two right here, if you have not already, and I'm pretty sure that everybody watching is most likely people that are followers of Lady Dance and Mr. MJ. Listen, if you are not, run over there and become, because you'll only be uplifted, you'll only be inspired, you'll only be encouraged. And they have so much going on that if you're in that area and you don't know what's going on, shame on you. Like if you're in that area, you don't know what's going on, that's because you're not plugged in. That's because you're not locked in. Get locked in. And if you are on here and you are not following me, I'm not a big platform. However, I'm growing. I'm growing. So so come on in and we have a lot of fun. This is the first episode in this season, and I promise you, you are going to have a ball here. And we like to have fun. I do. I respect my audience, the audience that you are sitting, the people that you're sitting beside. Tell them hello, because they are friends, and we are all going to have a great, great, great time. Guys, last thing I want to um, have you guys to do is each of you give us one thing that having the title author under your name has given you positively, that you didn't even realize you needed.
Go. You first, MJ.
Putting author or adding author to the list of other things that I've done. Lady Des always says that, my resume is like a scroll. It's like 3 pages long. However, when you add author to it, it just allows me, it allowed my heart to be seen on a larger scale. Like I said, when we did this book, we emptied our souls out because we wanted people to know, you know this is what you can do, this is how you should do it, these are the steps that you should take in order to further make your business, your career, your life, just that much more edifying, not only to people that are watching, but to yourselves. So when you add author to it, it just, made me realize that people are now really watching. It's something that you don't really realize, because when you do it on a day-to-day basis, it becomes something that is like second nature. But now, for me, it's like, okay, all right, get it together. So I have to be a little bit nicer to Lady Des, not a lot, just a little bit, because more people are watching. But I'm still gonna be.
Wow, really? But for me, Kay, Addie, and I shared this with you. I have been co-author on other projects, anthology projects, but I never had one of my own, right? So this one hits different, and adding author to that resume, and knowing that my name is copyrighted on "You Are the Stage" and is filed in the the Library of Congress in Washington. That mattered to me. You understand what I'm saying? And it gave me an increase of faith to always not doubt yourself with God, that there is nothing that is impossible. And instantly, I got an increase of my faith just by seeing that manifested. And I was ready to do the next thing, like, oh, I got this. I'm gonna do this book. And it's like everything that was in me wanted to just come out, because it's like this can really happen for you. This could really happen for you.
And Kay, let me just jump back and piggyback and you know encourage and inspire those that are watching. You guys that are watching, you are looking at Lady Des and myself. We are two products of Miami-Dade County Public Schools. We are, coming from middle class neighborhoods, and we leaned on someone who trusted in us. So find someone to mentor you who has your heart, who has your soul, and who has your best interest at heart, because these are the people that will never, ever, ever let you down. Me and Des, we talk like 900 times a day, but you know what? We're always, even when we're being funny, and it just comes natural. So find somebody that you can be natural with, somebody that you could be transparent with, because these are the people that will let you know when it's time to get off the stage. Des, get off the stage.
Yeah, see, guys, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love that this whole thing, because we're telling you about things of the book, and they are highlighting certain things and things going on with themselves, but we're not giving away the book. Meaning you're going to still find things and see things and read things that that were never discussed in this conversation, and that's on purpose. That's intentional, because we want you to all still be able to walk away with nuggets. We still want you to be able to say, wow, I didn't even know that. I didn't see that, or they didn't talk about that. And that's a good thing. So guys, feel free. And I'm going to say, even encourage you and employ you to get the book. Get the book.
Yes.
Get go into the email and um, get the pre-release, get the early release. Listen, just make it do what it should do for you, and invest in yourself. I thank you both for coming on and just spending time with me. And guys, we'll talk about the bloopers another time.
But Kay, can we do this? I don't know if you are seeing it, or MJ, are you seeing the comments? I just want to thank everybody who's tuning in. Um, You can't see the comments.
No.
No.
No. Okay. So for whatever reason, I'm seeing comments, and I just want to acknowledge those that are in the comment section and are watching. So thank you. So Lady Vi Brown Pointer, thank you so much
Okay.
for tuning in. Joe New Day, thank you. I believe she's the MC. She is the
Yeah,
fabulous.
so she is the host and promoter for Best Gospel Promoters, and they
Okay.
have an event coming up this on August the 9th. It's called It's a Family Affair. That is a summer fest. If y'all can make it up here, please make sure it come on up and have fun with us. We have artists from Atlanta all the way up to New Jersey,
Awesome.
and over was well over 10 groups, well over 15 groups, and we're going to have a blast. Everything from a kids section to food trucks to almost everything you can to have a ball out in the heat. We got it.
Well, that's beautiful, beautiful. My BMG family is in the chat. Shout
Woo!
out to Mary. Listen, I've learned a lot from Tracy. I learned a lot from Tracy. And listen, I don't know no other manager that works so hard and love his group so much.
There is
Like
none.
like Tracy loves Little David and the Bells of Joy. And I just appreciate them seeing something in me to invite me on the team, which was really cool. So I learned a lot with those guys. Tracy, David, shout out to them. David says, number one fan is here in the building. Hello, family. MJ, Lady Des, and Kaye Talk. You
Hey,
are
hey, hey.
thank you, thank you. Yardi Noor, I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Oh, y'all day Noir.
Yeah.
So, Lady Des.
Hmm.
Okay. That's where I began to know how to do makeup. He
Oh,
does makeup from the person next door all the way up to the celebrities. He does hair, and whenever you've seen me ever and everything is actually in place, like intact and seamless, and he did it. He
wait,
did
wait.
it, or my dog did it. He was one of the first ones to he showed me actually how to do my makeup. And I made like all of the details on where your placement and all of that stuff goes. And that day I was so tired, I was dozing off while he was talking, but I caught on. I caught on. But yeah, that's Yardé Noir. He curates jewelry, he does all kinds of stuff. So yeah, he's definitely one to be in contact with.
Is he based in Baltimore or Washington?
He's based in Washington, DC,
Listen, when
but
when
he travels.
there,
He's
I
on call definitely.
need a beat or something like that. So I know
I'll
who to
beat you
contact.
before you leave.
Huh?
She said when she gets there, she needs him to beat. I was like, I'll beat her before she leave. It's okay.
Hey, listen, and we'll do a face. I'm talking about he had my face looking so he had me looking so snatched that when I would go places, I made it my business to go places, guys. I'm talking about I made it my business. I'm going to the post office. I didn't need not a stitch of mail, but I'm, I'm going everywhere just so they can see it. And you know it's good when they think you may be another gender and they're
Uh,
like looking. I just like, yeah,
you know you snatched, right?
right,
Beat to the gods.
right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna follow him. And
Definitely do so.
I'm sorry, I said NBA for basketball. I mean for baseball, but it's MBL. Thank you,
M
David.
right.
MLB, MLB.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you. So I
Major
appreciate it.
League Baseball, right? MLB.
So he typed in his website. So I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna check him out.
Please do.
Definitely.
Who else is there? Because I can't see anyone on my side. So if you guys can
So
see
far.
people, that's great.
Yeah, that's all I can see so far. So shout out to everybody that is watching and
Yes.
in the comment section. Thank you so much. I hope you all get the book. Get the book.
Please.
Convo with them too at gmail.com and get your book. We will
Say it again.
autograph.
Say it again.
It's convo CONVO with them two, the number two at gmail.com.
We are so glad to have you guys again, and I don't know what else to say. And there's nothing else to say. Like I said, it's not a hard sell. Get it and invest in yourself. And guys, because this is my first time, listen, you're going to hear me say something that you're probably not going to hear me say ever again because I will have learned it. And that's, how do you end this thing again?
Okay, so you're going to go up to the top where it says end stream. You're right.
Okay.
Your upper corner.
All right. Well, guys, I'm just going to say goodbye before I push this button and then be like, oh, I forgot to say something. So love you guys, and I'll talk to you all soon. Next week, we have yet another artist for the author's mind, and I'll have that for you by Friday. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm having it by tomorrow because work will not allow that. So I'll have it to you by Friday, and you guys will see who's coming up on next Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Kaye Talks, before you go, you're the stage.
Yes.
That's right.
I had a hard life, but that's why I try to go hard.